All right, my name is Brian Tessier, and today I am here with custom, modern, top luxury Pittsburgh. Yes, that was a mouthful. Home builder Josh Adamek. Josh, we got a couple questions for you. First of all, for people just see the house itself and they see the beauty, they see all the marketing, they see the drone shots, but they want to see the person behind the property, which is you. So, first question: who are you? Where'd you come from? How'd you get here?
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me, Brian. I got here because you invited me. So, no, appreciate the time in the interview. But basically, how we came about in the business is I started in the business about a little over 15 years ago with buying some rentals. Had some bumps and some hurdles along the way. But if you fast forward 15 years in, we're more or less a full service private equity investment and development firm. So we work with private and institutional investors basically to create and manage portfolios in the Pittsburgh market. And with that, one angle that we take is the new construction, the development, the land deals, the big fancy properties that we're building and selling. And then the other angle that we take is long-term holds. So but all in all, it's with the common goal of improving Pittsburgh neighborhoods, surrounding communities, and promoting home ownership.
So, that was a lot of big work. So let's break down real quick for those of us that are beginners. Private equity investment, development firm, long-term holds. You could just a couple seconds just kind of explain what those are for people that may be tuning in that have no idea or anything about real estate at all.
So basically, we work with investors. We create partnerships with investors that want to place money for a safe, secure return. And we target either development type projects or long-term holds, which are basically portfolios of single family rental properties.
Interesting. So for those of you that didn't know, does that answer your question? Post it below, and if you're watching the interview later and it's not live, we'll get back to you, Josh or I. Okay, so private equity. Are you looking for new investors? I mean, if I have $5 in my couch cushion, well, can I be a private investor, or do I have to have like $1 million? Help us out.
Well, that's more so a conversation to be had offline. I mean, we don't publicly solicit new investors, nor are we allowed to do so. But I'm always open to having a conversation, explaining the business model, and see where it goes from there. See if it makes sense to talk about it further.
Excellent, Josh. Can you see the question from Benjamin Michael?
I cannot.
Okay. So I'll read it to you. Josh, as I get into more residential rentals, I want to get more investors. Do you have a sample pitch packet that you can share, maybe offline?
Yeah. I mean, it's really more so a conversation amongst family and friends.
So you have to marry into his family if you want to get on that on that info. All right.
Yeah. There's there's a lot more to it, but really there's a lot of money out there. You just gotta talk to the right people that are looking for the opportunities.
Awesome. I want to point and make sure everybody looks at Josh's back wall there. Josh, what is that dollar bill thing you have hanging there?
Oh, that's part of the iconic art.
So, I love it. Which one is it?
It's the hidden money. That's basically what we do. With the question that was just asked, we find the hidden money. So whether it's investors looking for safety and security, or whether it's a property that we're going to take down, create value, add value. I mean, we're always looking for that hidden money.
So Josh is not only a builder and an investor and all that. He is a hunter. He's a money hunter. Good to know. All right, hey, moving on. So we're gonna let's talk about you for a little bit. What kind of passions in life do you have, Josh?
Passions in life. I mean, passion is my business and my family. Business related. I've always been a custom guy. Whether it's early years, it was cars and motorcycles, and that passion sort of progressed into custom homes. And I guess the passion business related is to create a brand and a reputation that one day one or both of my kids will be a part of or take over and be proud of.
That's pretty impressive. So there's a lot of competition out there. Maybe not for the modern custom home builder in Pittsburgh, but there's a lot of builders, a lot of home flippers, a lot of renovators, a lot of investors, a lot of hard money this and soft construction that, roofers becoming developers, blah blah blah. So a lot of competition out there. I know that in Pittsburgh personally. What's going to separate you from all of these other people?
You're hitting me with some hard questions here, Brian.
It's not going to be easy. People want to know, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, what sets us apart from our competitors? I mean, not being cocky or arrogant or anything like that, but I honestly don't feel that we compete. I mean, I think we set and continue to raise the standards for the custom home building in the city. I mean, if you look at any one of my current or recent projects, you'll see, whether you're looking at the level of quality, the standard finishes offered, the price per square foot. I mean, we're always up in our game and trying to outdo ourselves the next one, the next time around, not everyone else.
Yeah, I'm biased, obviously, because Josh is my client and my friend. But if you haven't seen some of his properties, check out some of his or my social media and come to the open house on Science Street. It's going to knock your socks off, especially if you've gone to some other developers, other flippers, other construction out there. It's way above the rest. Anyway, that's my little pitch. So moving on. Pittsburgh's an exciting place to be in real estate. It's been past 4 or 5 years have just been crazy. It's just been announced today that Amazon is not coming. However, and I'll probably do a little vlog on this, that's not a problem. I mean, I just saw Fitzgerald, the county commissioner, say that, hey, a bunch of companies were coming to Pittsburgh before Amazon, and they were talking about 50,000 jobs. That was like 3,000 jobs a year for 15 years. We were probably going to get that anyway. So even with the market slowdown, the higher interest rates, Pittsburgh market's still going crazy. It's going to balance out a little, but there's still housing needed of all levels. So where do you see your company in the next, I don't know, like say 3 years?
Where do I see us going in the next 3 years?
Yeah. Where do you see the company going?
Probably, I see us going nowhere. I mean,
what?
I mean that in a good way.
Okay.
We're I love everything about the Pittsburgh market. I mean, I've born and raised in Pittsburgh. My business has been focused in and around the Pittsburgh market. We're growing deep roots here in the Pittsburgh with the partnerships that we form, the businesses that we create, the homes that we build, and we're certainly not a fly-by-night company. I mean, we're in it for the long haul. So I really don't see us going anywhere other than continuing the rise in the Pittsburgh market.
I couldn't agree more. So let's talk about your life a little bit. We're going to go a little personal. Is this all you do? I mean, you just get up, start swinging hammers, throwing out emails, telling people, no, you can't do this. Yes, you can't do that. I mean, what else do you do in life?
It's pretty much it, man. Just
I want to see that hammer.
So, business and family. So when I'm not working in or on my business, spending time with my family. I mean, I got, my wife and kids mean the world to me. So it's, family is very important.
What, do you still get your hands dirty at all, or are you just more brain power now?
Do whatever needs to be done.
Oh, that's awesome. I've got a plumbing leak in my bathroom. So if you want to come over after the interview, that's great.
No, I'm, former life, I'm a hands-on guy, background in automotive. So not opposed to getting dirty. I like building stuff. I like fixing stuff. I like creating things. But, being in this business, the right now, at least, I mean, my time's better spent in the office more oftentimes than not, working on current projects and, working on what's next. So.
That actually leads me to my next question. Current projects. I mean, as everybody that follows me know that we have the Science Street listing live on the market, and there's a structure next door that's also for sale. I know what's coming up, and I try to softly push that out to people. But what current projects do you have going on now? I know you mentioned something about a crane somewhere. What projects do you have coming up in the future? I mean, the world wants to know. We get asked this all the time at our open houses.
Yeah. So it's pretty obvious what we have up at Science Street. We have, as part of the BeLive Park project, there's 14 homes in total. We have 2 homes on the market up there. One's completely finished. The one next door is ready to, for a buyer to come in and pick their own finishes. So we can do a quick delivery on 639 Science if somebody likes our selections. If somebody wants more of a custom finish, we can do a build to suit, finish out the suit on 647. We have another lot over there, so we could do a custom home, third custom home up there. As far as other projects, we got a big custom home in Lawrenceville that's available for sale. We have a bunch of stuff on the board, so getting ready to roll out a few new projects in early part of 2019. So not discussing any of that yet, but just stay tuned for those details.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, and I'll post a link below, every Saturday or Sunday, depending on the Steeler game, we have an open house at 639 Science. You can go to 639science.info for the details. You can direct message me as well. The property next door, as Josh was saying, is available. It's not actively listed, but we can take a buyer through. And like he said, it's just the outside. The skin's just done. We could finish the inside however the buyer likes. And we have a lot next door that's not even out of the ground. Could be anything. So feel free to reach out to me there. So I already mentioned a little bit about my predictions for 2019. I've been talking to a whole bunch of people in person and online and interviews and magazines and stuff. So I have mine. Give me a Josh Adamek prediction for 2019.
Well, as far as predictions, I don't have a crystal ball. So, I mean, I guess I'm more of a data guy. I read all the articles, all the reports, all the data on the Pittsburgh market that becomes available. And just yesterday, I was reading an article in the Pittsburgh Business Times, excuse me, that said it was interesting. $1 million sales of $1 million homes are up 89% today from this time last year. So far year to date, there's been 109 sales of homes over $1 million, where this time last year there were 57. So
that's staggering, because I mean the median price point for those who don't live in Pittsburgh is like around 160,000, 180. So I mean that's clearly money is coming into Pittsburgh, and that goes to the whole Google saying they're coming here, and now companies are coming here.
Yeah.
So with that data, I mean, what's your suggestion? Pull that crystal ball out, dust it off.
Well, with that data, I mean, the market shows, the data shows that if you're thinking about buying a home, prices are continuing to rise, and with that, inventory is becoming less readily available. So if you're looking to buy a home, obviously you want to buy sooner rather than later. I mean, the data shows that over the next 3, 6, 12 months or into the foreseeable future, prices are just going to continue to go up.
Yeah, I don't disagree. So we've been talking a lot about making money and selling houses and building houses and all that, but you're all about making Pittsburgh great again, as I am as well. So outside of your business, is there anything you do to charitably that you can tell the public about?
Yeah, of course. I mean, as far as charity wise, I mean, there's probably a mix of give back and charity. I mean, one of the things that I'm heavily involved with is a group called Acre of Pittsburgh. It's a real estate investors association that's been around since the early 80s. Several hundred active members, and it's the focus of the group is to train and promote responsible investment and development in the Pittsburgh market. So we get, I volunteer my time on the board of directors for that group. Some of the other things that we do, or that I do, I'm involved in a local group called 100 Plus Men Pittsburgh. That's an organization that meets a couple of times a year. There's about 150 members, and the whole thing is each quarter where there's a meeting, the group selects a charity that's a Pittsburgh-based charity, and each of the members donates $100 minimum. So $100, $300, $500, whatever you decide to donate to that particular charity. It's it's a numbers game. So, if I donate $100 to a charity, it doesn't make a huge impact. But when you're looking at 150, 200 people each donating $100 or a couple $100, it makes a huge impact on Pittsburgh-based charities. So we do that 4 times a year, raise a bunch of money, and it's a great group. Another group that my wife and I are heavily involved with and heavily support is a group organization called A Glimmer of Hope Foundation. That's for women under 40 who are diagnosed with and going through breast cancer treatments. So they have support groups and different things through A Glimmer of Hope Foundation that, again, it's Pittsburgh based. It's for women in Pittsburgh and research and development, in the Pittsburgh market. So, the groups that I'm involved with and participate in are all, Pittsburgh based organizations and charities. And I think that's important to, support your hometown and the community.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, we both and most of us started with nothing or hardly anything. So it makes us feel good whenever we can have our company give back to local charities. I'm a big Children's Miracle Network supporter as well. All right, we're nearing the end. So 1 or 2 more questions. One is, I get asked this a lot and I don't know how to answer it. Give me one funny thing that nobody knows about you. Keep it PG.
That might be tough. So, I mean, I think something that nobody knows about you is kind of tough with social media these days. It seems like everybody knows everything about you. But I'd say the one thing that not too many people know is I guess I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie. So I love fast cars, motorcycles, horsepower. Big into extreme sports, combat sports, and martial arts.
I think in this industry, you almost have to be an extremist. So you're into extreme sports. So, what's that bucket list? Have you already done stuff? What's on the bucket list? Tell me.
Bucket list. I mean, as far as extreme sports, I do whatever I have the opportunity to get involved with. I'll give it a shot. But bucket list item, I don't know. I guess it would probably have to be, the downhill skiing out of an helicopter. Off the mountain, you jump off and hit all that fresh white powder, down. I think that's probably the ultimate bucket list.
I think I'm going to armchair quarterback that. That looks great on TV, but I just don't think I'm going to want to fall out of a helicopter and land on 2 little things and make it down that hill.
That's all fresh powder. So.
All right. Well, listen, Josh, I know you're a very busy man, and I appreciate you taking the time to share some of your personal and business information with me and all my followers. Any last shout outs or anything?
No, I mean, I just want to thank you for your time. This is a pretty cool thing to put together, and if I can invite anyone to participate in the organizations we're involved with, whether it's Acre, 100+ Men, or Glimmer of Hope, those are all important. For those looking to learn a little bit more about real estate investing, Acre or the local meetups, the local organizations are a great resource. That's how I got started. That's how a lot of other people got started. I mean, just want to give you a shout out as far as getting the exposure for our listings and our sales. I mean, what was it on Instagram? Modern Mansions. The video got over 60,000 views or something like that. I mean, that's some great marketing.
Right. No, I appreciate it. And I want to put a little plug about Acre, and Josh may not even know this. Back whenever he was in high school, probably, I actually joined Acre probably about 15 years ago, and they had professionals come in and give seminars, and I learned a ton. We went on tours around the city, and they showed us how to pick up houses and what to look for and what not to look for. So if you're thinking about real estate investing, YouTube's great, but don't go at it alone. Join Acre. It's not expensive, and the return on your investment is huge. Okay, Josh, I thank you very much, and we'll see you out in the field. Anybody wants to ask any questions, put them in the comments below, whether it's live or later on down the road, and Josh and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.